Everything that destroyed Gen Z.
I'm no stranger to talking about the absolute bullshit that goes on with every generation.
Okay.
And as society starts to advance, there's always a guarantee of a new generation that's worse than the last.
Facts.
So today we're going to be talking about things that ruined our generation and put us on an unequivocal downfall. And honestly,
we already know what the first one is gonna be. It gotta be OF. OF is gonna release a generation full of women. The new upcoming middle school and high school roast gonna be, doesn't your mom do OnlyFans? And there's nothing you could respond.
I'm kind of realizing that I have way too many videos on generations and shit. So this is going to be the last one for a while.
Okay.
The first one is a social media app that houses the most beautiful. Okay, cut the drum roll. It's TikTok. I don't think anyone should be surprised by this. Now, coming from someone who started making content on TikTok with the famous Charlie D'Amelio and managed to escape the hey, ain't you that nigga on TikTok allegations? Actually, I do still get that, but I'll take it as a compliment that you know me from somewhere. I can't fully start off with hate on the Brain Dead app. Like,
I mean, let's be real, but we had Vines, and Vines didn't cook us as much. Why did TikTok cook us more than Vine? I'm pretty sure I don't know. I think all communities wanted to make TikToks. That's why.
There is things I've learned that are actually useful.
How to not get fucked in the ass.
I know all the memes about kids' attention span being
That's great advice, though, bro.
fraud to the max are mostly jokes. But I genuinely think governments somewhere need to do some test studies of this stuff because it can't be okay. If I was growing up as a kid with unlimited content I could scroll forever with until the end of time, I probably would have sat there like the Gen Alpha kids too, honestly. I really knew this attention span.
I'm saying, back then, we didn't, like, all you had was the entertainment on TV. So everyone has that same personality. But now, I could, if I wanted to, I could watch two furries kissing. I could watch My Hero Academia TikToks. There's things for everyone. So why would I settle? You get what I'm trying to say?
Was a problem when I would be talking with some of my friends in a Discord, and at the slightest pause or stop of our conversation, I hear the loudest blast of TikTok sounds blasting my ear because a nigga doesn't know how to mute his mic. It's like someone who has to get their vape hit in the next 5 minutes or they'll start going insane. And speaking of vaping, man, I really thought this smoking was gonna be nipped in the bud with.
I thought the new generation would stop smoking once they saw people with big ass donut holes on their neck sounding like R2-D2. Why are you still smoking after finding out everyone still dies from that shit? Yo, this generation, they just find it. Next generation, chat, I promise you, it's not even gonna be vape. There's gonna be it's gonna be, I don't know, like drones that deliver. I don't know, but it's gonna be something. I don't know. I don't know, bro.
With our generation. But not only has it gotten worse, people be considering you a loser if you don't do it. Like, when did we get to the point in this generation that if you're sober and hanging out with friends somewhere, you're a boring person? If you're genuinely one of those people that makes fun of someone for just wanting to be sober hanging out somewhere, you're a loser. But the main thing I think of vaping.
Facts. And I feel like that's another wrong thing with generation. You're mad at me because I got my life together? You're mad at me because I want to pursue an education? You're mad at me because I don't drink or smoke? I don't understand. Do we want people to be good?
Y'all never got scared of those smoking ads they would play on TV as a kid? You know, the ones with the lady and the hole in her neck who would always be going like, "Here's how we go on the night. First, I gotta put the voice box to your throat. I want in the kitchen to make a sandwich." That gave me some psychological scars, dude. Like, I know.
No, bro, I'm still to this day, I want to see like a Pornhub scene where a nigga like smash a girl's neck. Would they die? Yo, my bad.
No, she definitely dropped dead a year after those ads. So for you vaping fiends right now, that's the future y'all are prepared for. I'm gonna be trying to put in some golf balls into them holes in y'all's necks. It should never be to the point where kids use their bathroom breaks in school.
No, but if you think about it, having a hole in your neck could be an advantage, because if you think about it, you know when women be giving you throat, now you could give a whole new meaning to that word. You could actually give me throat.
To hit their vapes. This is why our education is on an absolute spike of a downfall. At least back then, when kids would smoke cigarettes, everyone in a 5-mile radius would catch the smell. With vapes is purified air, the most you're smelling is mango flavor, so you're not getting.
I ain't gonna lie, as much as I hate vape, hey, I don't mind smelling mango, bro.
Caught. That means little Timmy who starts vaping in 4th grade is going to continue until his inevitable death at 30 years old. The next thing we got is OnlyFans. Y'all know how grandmothers and great-grandmothers are seen as the most wholesome figures of existence? Yes. Sitting in rocking chairs, knitting sweaters, and baking cookies. I've really been thinking in the future, what the f*** are grandmothers gonna be looked at like? Like, are they gonna be sitting...
I mean, they're instead of telling wholesome stories to their grandchildren, they're gonna be telling their grandchildren how they made $10,000 by showing their feet on OnlyFans. So, hey, shout out to the future grandmothers, but damn.
Sitting in rocking chairs and telling the little kids the story of how back in 2024 they took big black number 7 at the skyline view of Miami, and how you should always enjoy the beauty of life because in that moment I did. At the same time, I can't really hate on them chasing an obvious bag in their face, and the dudes who buy the OnlyFans are actually all to blame, really. But my god, these OnlyFans are so unstandable. Facts. One of my safest havens on the internet is meme pages I follow online. And every time I see one of these OnlyFans hoes randomly pop up in a meme page I'm following, I immediately want to go berserk.
That's what I hate. Meme pages used to be so funny. They just used to give us bangers. They don't really care about getting paid or none. Now every meme page I see, they're talking about, oh, have y'all seen this? Like, oh, everyone is talking about her. Oh, don't tell me you ain't seen her video. We just want to laugh, nigga.
Like, I'm not trying to see your full asshole spread in a meme page I'm following called cute funny dog memes. People would already be on their incognito tabs if they wanted to see that. And the fact that it's just commonplace for a girl to open an OnlyFans on her 18th birthday is weird. Because I hope these girls know the dudes that are buying these when they turn 18 are not in their age range. They already know how to work the system for free. It's old ass dudes sitting there with sweat dripping from their face just waiting for the day to pop up. Your whole life being ruined before it even started is crazy. She could legit still be in high school and have that open. And unless you're a—
I didn't even think about that. Some of y'all are subscribing to seniors in high school's OF, bruh.
Celebrity or famous, then yeah, you're not making any money from that OnlyFans. Shout out to all the women in my life who chose the path of working hard careers and getting where they are. Because you could have got a bad spawn like being a Lana Rhodes kid or an upcoming Bad Babies kid. I could put a parlay bet that them kids—
Okay, wait, hold on. Okay. One thing about me, this might be a controversial take, and whoever disagrees with me, it's okay. Having an OnlyFans and not showing your titties or coochie or anything sensitive, by all means, to me that means you're just taking advantage of the horniest men. And if you become successful with that, even though I might flame you and you still might be a little treesh, that's not bad. That's not the worst thing in the world. At least your kid could grow up knowing that, hey man, my mom's titties, like someone can't just bust out my mom's titties and show me.
Kids are probably not making it alive past the age of 12. And since we're speaking of OnlyFans, let's talk about the OnlyFans for men. Male podcast. I've already made videos on both of these already, so I'm not gonna go too in depth. But at this point, there is nothing to say on a male podcast.
Yo, chat, male podcast dad or OnlyFans mother? I think I'm gonna take male podcast dad, but I'm gonna hope that he wasn't flaming women like that.
That's already been said. Ever since these started popping off, I've already heard the same things every time. To be a high value man, you need 6 figures and a man cheating as a woman is not the same. If you cry in front of your girl, you might as well get a divorce. The milk's been sucked out the cow's titties, man. You gotta venture into something else. And I think it's kind of falling.
Yeah, I feel like with male podcasts, they tell men what they want to hear. Not the fact that, nigga, you have to work tirelessly for this, and there's times where emotions are a real thing. I feel like, bro, the only one of the main bad things about podcasts and the whole male shits, dude, these niggas say fuck emotions, period.
Off, and dudes are realizing that maybe watching male podcasts all day instead of actually going outside and getting some is not the way to do it. Do you ever notice the dudes that watch these people constantly almost never have relationships? Honestly, there's not a single male podcaster I could ever actively watch in my YouTube rotation. And the worst thing to me is a lot of these dudes be damn near middle-aged men arguing about,
and they're always far to the right, like they're never in the middle.
About this. This is the type of talk you should hear from a college gym locker room. Y'all niggas gotta worry about starting families. But I know for a fact every guy watching this knows at least one dude that's an insane rider to these guys. The next thing we got is COVID. Okay, breathe in and breathe out. I wanted to ease the list a little down with something we couldn't control. I swear, it doesn't even feel like it's—
My main concern when COVID hit, tell me why, yo, YouTube, if you don't know, I like parties. I like going outside. I like women shaking, ass on my, my meat. Once we came back from COVID, first and foremost, there was barely any parties. But dude, I feel like women just they stop twerking and they start doing the Charlie D'Amelio dance. I don't care about them TikTok dances. Shake that fat ass of yours, bro. I came here for one reason and one reason only, nigga.
It's 2024. I'm still in the same world of 2020. It's baffling. How are we closer to 2030 than 2016? COVID caused the Thanos blip, and ever since, I've been derealized from life. Everyone's social skills after COVID got nerfed a solid 10 centuries. And
Facts.
society at this point is the most antisocial it's ever been. Like, why is there kids out there genuinely scared to ask the cashier for ketchup packets? Y'all got it lost. Standing like he not tying asking for some.
And I feel like because people are so like, because COVID happened, people had all their personalities, music tastes, everything come from TikTok, that originality was dead.
Barbecue sauce with your fries. And I blame COVID because I swear I don't remember it being this bad before. You don't gotta be super extroverted and introduce yourself to every person you meet on the street like you're Willy Wonka, but at least ask for the damn sauce packets. Also, our education from COVID times is definitely going to have a detrimental effect on us in the future. Like, let me ask everybody right here, do you have a genuine core school lesson moment you remember from Zoom class? Nah, nigga, that was for nap time. Society would have been better taking off 2 years of school.
No, one of the scariest things about having Zoom class was the fact that, well, of course, the mute and unmute. There's times that you would be talking and then they would be like, "Excuse me, did you? You're not muted, man." That was one of the most nervous things. And another thing, when you would like, I don't know, like close your eyes or turn off your camera, right? You would turn off your camera to take a little nap. You wake up and it's only the teacher in the class. Dude, hell no.
Then coming back to learn from where we left off. Now I understand why it's always been a favorite to do in-person classes rather than online classes. And for assignments, not a single person was actually doing that. This was prime Warzone time. Prime Among Us time. No one was actually doing their work without cheating unless if they had to. The next thing we got is canceling. Now we all know canceling. I don't really gotta explain it at all and I have a whole video on it. But I know Gen Alpha's gonna make fun of Gen Z and millennials for being such with this. I would say the peak of cancellation times was like.
Chat, would y'all say like canceling people low-key falling off? I feel like now it's, you know, people could do bad things and they won't fall off. But before that time period, it used to be like, get this man out of here. Get this person out of here. Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean they drink Dr. Pepper? Get him out of here. What do you mean they drink diet soda? Get him out of here. What do you mean they licked Salah's butt last night? Bring him here.
Like 2016 to 2022.
Holy hell, were those the worst times to be on the internet.
I'll never forget when Twitch banned the words of virgin and simp because people got offended by it. Me personally, I think they were trying to defend their main source of income, but that's just a theory. I miss you.
Yes, they were.
I'm so happy
they were. I promise you, Pokimane, Amorite, they're probably all getting a collective Zoom call and be laughing at each other with all the money they make off of armpit pics, off of feet pics, all because of you simps. Oh, by the way, YouTube, this is a toy, you know? Okay. All because of you simps.
Wrestling has died down because if it was still like that to this day, I know I wouldn't be able to handle it. It was kind of weird that the solution was just to ignore people on Twitter. Who would have thought? The next thing we got is makeup. Now, hold on. Let me explain it, okay? I obviously could give a rat's ass if you want to put on the makeup that you bought with your own money. F it, you want to look like those weird looking UK girls makeup that's damn near blackface.
Tommy, you don't like the UK woman, bruh? Hey, if you're from the UK, hey, I'll take anything at this point.
Go for it. But because of social media, it's causing little girls to be insecure about their looks. All they see is those videos that go like,
that's true.
Doing my makeup tutorial plus story time.
Oh, hell no. Ariana Grande, yo, I take you down, but this low-key took you down a couple points. I still, you know, smash, but...
And they get fed that shit 24/7, so they think they gotta look like that all the time. I only learned this in high school too, because my friend always had her makeup on professionally every day. Like, you would think she was going to a makeup artist before school every day. And
wait, to all the women in my chat, if y'all use makeup, how long does it take y'all?
That she wakes up 2 hours before school just to get ready. High school
to impress who? Your teachers are not gonna, you know, upgrade your grade for that, and I hope you don't want them to fall in love with you. 2 hours? Hell no, nigga. I'm putting on my PJs. I'm putting on some Crocs. I'm going to school. School is not a fashion show. Get your education and dip, dude.
It's already way too early and you're adding extra time to that? And I think it's much more of a common thing that happens than guys think. Even on social media, most women will post some type of filter with their photos on even if you can't tell. Nowadays, there's even reports of kids in like elementary school and middle school doing this. And I blame these damn TikTok getting
There is no reason for elementary schooler to put makeup on. Argue with yourself.
all dressed in the makeup department for an activity like school sounds so tiring. You should be pulling up instead with funeral clothes on. The next thing we've got is men versus women. Now I know this might sound confusing to place here because duh, it's always been a thing. But never have I seen a generation like ours have women hating men more than ever.
I disagree. 1800s, let a woman talk out of turn, witchcraft. Tommy, what are you talking about? Let a woman even look at another man, adultery, all right? Even though it's still bad, don't get me wrong, you know, because we're just in a male patriarchal society, I guess. Yeah.
And men hating women more than ever. So I prepared this controversial statement targeted towards the internet on this topic. Excuse me, everyone. Men need women, and women need men. I know, so brave of me. I'll take my Nobel Peace Prize to go. There should be no reason 12-year-old.
I feel like men need women more than women need men. And I'm not trying to say that because I'm trying to raise all the 18 plus female viewers that might be watching this video. My Instagram is waxsosa.
Girls are saying all men need to be put to death, and there should be no reason 12-year-old boys are saying all women are objects. Growing up, the most I thought as a kid was girls had cooties, and most of the time the people who are extreme on each of these sides base everything off like a couple of experiences. Okay. Then they end up in a rabbit hole they can never leave because it digs them deeper and deeper, which is why you have those extreme hate all men girls and those extreme loser podcast dudes.
Facts.
It's funny because I swear we were taught growing up not to base things just off one experience. With their logic, if someone who's white has a couple of black people do some bad things to them, they could just go in public and be like, you know what? Maybe I do hate all black people. That's y'all, by the way. But it's annoying when stuff like this bleeds into real life. I've met people from both of these spectrums, and I'll tell you, it's not a fun experience. I'm never really around them for too long. I'm proud to say I've never said some TikTok brainwashing like I hate all women. It's one thing to joke about it, but to genuinely say
if you're using it like as a joke, but if you're genuinely going up to women and like, ma'am, what's your name? You said you're from Ohio? Oh my, you have a little gap right there. You mind if I raise you up a little? I just know it's pink. It gotta be pink. Is it really? Does it squirt? Stop.
I hate all men or I hate all women is very sad. And it feels like with our generation, I see it a lot more than I should. And the last thing we got is slang. Now, it's no doubt that our generation has the most slang than every other one combined, but that is the main problem. Slang gets way too overused nowadays, and it's kind of ruined the appeal.
Back then, people used to be calm with it. Now it's like they spam that shit in every sentence.
Early 2010 slang, it felt like people was saying it for years before it actually got overused. Like, I remember when everyone was saying YOLO and it went on for a solid amount of time. But nowadays, every word gets so used and abused, it starts to lose its meaning. Let's take, for example, glazing. This is one I noticed in real time. When people first started saying glazing about last year to 2 years ago, it was because someone was actually idling someone to the point of,
yo, oh my, LeBron is that thick? You know what? Maybe he is the greatest NBA player.
No return. But nowadays, if you say someone even inspired you online, you're getting a barrage of glazing comments. And we could take every single slang and apply the exact same logic to it. And that about wraps everything up. I think.
Anyways, YouTube, that does include that. Let me know what y'all think is the worst thing about Gen Z. Make sure you guys subscribe, join us on Discord, catch us on Twitch, all that good stuff, man. Wax for life. Love y'all, and peace.